Hi, this is Grace Pamela with Summerana.com, and this is a preview and tutorial for the new Colorosity lights, and they are available for both Photoshop and Photoshop Elements. So to view your actions, you can go up to Window and make sure that the action palette is checked. And here I have mine. You can see there are over 50 of them. So here are the instructions. Press play. Basic instructions. They're very simple to use. These are all the pre-made ones, and then if I go down, you can see there's custom lights. So you can use light pops, light flash, center fill. You can tweak the lights, reverse, vertical, horizontal, transform lights, change the colors, make it more colorful. And then you have your normal tools for zooming in, zooming out, fit on screen, happily ever after, which is a flatten and save tool. Very simple and easy to use. So here is the image that we're going to be working on today. So it's very simple. All you need to do is go down and press play. And here you'll see it's on her shoulder, and we don't really want it on her shoulder, so I can go down to transform lights, press play. And then I will hold the shift key and drag the corner so that it's not on her shoulder anymore. And then press the check mark. You can also, when you drag it, instead of holding the shift key, you can come up here and click this link, and that will hold it for you too. You don't have to hold the shift key, but this will keep it in proportion. But I just do it out of habit, but you don't have to. Once you're done and you have it located wherever you want it, you can move it around. If it's up here, you want it behind her head. You can move it up there and then just keep stretching it, and eventually you'll get it in the place that you want it. But for now, I'm just going to be putting it over here. And then I'm going to press the check mark. Now you see it's all over. It's a little bright on her face and her shoulders, and plus I don't like the deep color on her. So I'm going to be going to the layer mask right here. This little white box is a layer mask. I'm going to double click that. Choose a soft brush. So go up to your brush palette and make sure the hardness is all the way down. You can adjust the size, but I like to make it nice and big so it's not as apparent. And then make sure black is selected, so that will erase. If you want to put it back on, so let's say I just erased all this, but I want to put this back, I can switch it to white and that will paint it back on. It's very simple to use, and you can create it any way you want. So you can just wipe it right off of her. And if you want it back on, which I tend to do a lot, you can see the before and after to see where you need to put it back on. So I'm going to put it all the way down to 10% so I can just have a little bit of the color on her so it's more realistic. And there you have it. So now these are very stackable, which is very fun to use because you can use more than one. So I'm going to click the eye, and I'm going to choose another one, press play, and I'm going to show you a cool trick so you don't have to erase every single time on the same image. All you have to do, I'm going to lower the opacity a little bit, is hold the Alt key on your keyboard to the last layer mask that you used, and hold Alt and then drag it onto your new layer mask, and then press yes for replacing layer mask. And it's all done for you. And that's it. I go through the whole list pretty much for every image because I can never decide which one I love the most. Just press play, hold Alt, and drag it down to your new layer mask. And you can also adjust it. So if it's too bright up here still, you can either lower the opacity, and you can go on to the layer mask and adjust it any way that you like. So there's lots of very, very fun ones. These are the ones that I was playing with earlier. All kinds of light that you can bring into your images, whether it's indoors or outdoors. I have a lot of fun with them. So I'm going to go down and show you a couple different features that we have. Here are the light pops. This one is a lot of fun also. You double click the box and choose any color that you want. You can pick anything from your picture, and you can pick any color that you would like to see in your image for your light pops. And then double click the layer mask. Make sure that it's white. I like to have the opacity all the way up to 100, and then adjust my opacity on the layer instead. So double click the layer mask, and then you can put on your own lights any way you want, and then you can adjust the opacity. So you can create your own lights. You can do it again, just run the layer over again, and then you can choose a different color. And you can add all kinds of really pretty color lights in there. And there you have your light pops. And these are also fun to add on to already pre-made ones. And here is the light flash. Again, you can choose any color that you want. These are lots of fun to play with too. You can lower the opacity. And again, you can just drag your layer mask. You can choose any color that you like. And I'm also going to show you, let me click over here, sand dune. You can reverse the lights horizontal, and you can also do a vertical. I'm going to put it back again. And you can also change the colors of your lights. So you can change any color that you like, that you think would look good, or set the mood for your picture. And you can also decrease the saturation or increase it. And you can adjust the lightness. Press OK. And I'm going to show you another. I have them in alphabetical order, so it's easier to use. Because there's a lot of them that once you start using them, you'll be like very used to which ones do what. But sometimes it's easier to find when they're in alphabetical order. So here is rainbow, and I'm going to be showing you how to use this one. I'm going to go to, you can drag it around to fit anywhere that you want on your image. And you can also free transform it. And this is where I like to hold the shift key down for this one, because like I was saying earlier, it'll distort it. And I mean, you can if you want to, but I like to keep mine in the circle. So I'm going to drag it in the corner to make it either bigger or smaller. And then you can adjust the opacity. You can see kind of a little rainbow in there. There are also flares, which are lots of fun. So really, you have a huge list of all kinds of actions, flares, lights, all kinds of fun ones. And there you have it. That is the preview and tutorial of the new Colorosity lights. And you can find them at Summerana.com. And if you have any more questions on how to use them, or before you purchase, or anything like that, please feel free to contact me at Summerana.com. And have a wonderful day.